Hey y'all, and welcome to Janet being Janet. Okay, I'm doing this one for one purpose and one purpose only, so a lot of y'all are not going to be interested. So I understand. I'll catch you in the next one. But somebody was asking or said they're interested in seeing Syria, now. Foodie Beauty, Chantal, vlogged herself getting there. So I figured I would just go through that with you and just show you, what she showed us. And I'll try to commentate just a little bit through there. I probably won't do a good job, but guess what? I'm going to try. Let's go.
And welcome. This is my first vlog in Syria here in July 2025 after the fall of the Assad regime. Now, I have been quite busy adjusting to life here. Therefore, so far, I have only managed to accumulate some clips of some of the surrounding areas
We are used to just getting clips. When you follow in Berlin, that's all you get is here, 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 and here.
been to and my journey here. I will do a lot more vlogging, inshallah, especially of the more touristy areas. So stay tuned for that, and
Oh, I will definitely be watching for you going on your outings.
as always, thanks for watching. So without further ado, here are some clips from my journey so far. So my journey starts with flying from Istanbul, Turkey to Beirut, Lebanon.
So she didn't film herself leaving Canada. Them taxes don't pay themselves.
I flew 9.5 hours from Montreal, Canada to start to Istanbul, and then I had a 12-hour layover there before flying to Beirut. Here I am staring at the departures board, waiting patiently, well,
There ain't nothing patient about you. You better not get on here and start lying first thing out the bat.
kind of patiently, to see which gate I needed to trek to. I was so over traveling at this point. When I arrived at Beirut Airport, I was picked up by a taxi service who helps you through immigration and takes you across the border into.
See, imagine that. Imagine you being in her situation and planning and purposely going to Syria. And she cannot stand the heat. Okay? She can't stand to be hot.
Syria from Beirut, and he gave me an iced coffee and a water, and we were on our way. I decided to go the land border way into Syria from Lebanon instead of flying into Damascus.
So you're going to get a couple of other, places instead of just Syria. But, like I said, I wanted to get this one to you.
Just because it was recommended that that's just a better way to go by other travelers. So here I am in the taxi. I've never been to Lebanon, so I was actually, or Syria, but I was actually taken aback by the mountain ranges.
I was about to say, you've never been there. You don't know what it's like. That's why you're there now complaining.
And just the kind of hills, the winding roads as we were driving along. It's about probably about 5:30 a.m. here. I arrived in Beirut at 3 a.m., but the border only opens at 6 a.m., so we had some waiting.
You had some downtime. So what did you do with your downtime? Did you go exploring? You should have went exploring, because that would be fun to watch.
To do before we could cross over. Here we are, finally in Syria after what felt like a million-hour journey. I'm finally here, and just like in Lebanon, I was taken aback at how beautiful the landscape in Syria was.
And I'm sitting here missing the green, lush grass. All the trees that I'm so used to seeing whenever it's just open, available land.
Everything was just so gorgeous. There were a lot of the new revolutionary flags with the 3 stars, and I just was enjoying taking in the scenery. So many mountains, and just like in Lebanon.
Y'all just remember, in here, all this is my opinion and only my opinion, and I'm bringing you this for, some kind of entertainment purposes. And no, I can't just let it play because, you know what, it is Foodie Beauty.
Syria had a very similar landscape, I noticed. I was amazed.
It's pretty much the same landscape. I tell you, there's so many times I almost call her in Berlin. I ain't even playing.
By the olive trees in Syria. I love olives. Like, olive is literally in my middle name, so.
But you can't run out there and grab them. That's one thing you cannot do, because you got to wait for them things to get ripe. But Miss Foodie, if she wants them, she gonna get them.
When there are a lot of trees like this together, You can actually smell olives as you drive past. Olives are one of Syria's most ancient agricultural products. Olives have to be cured or brined for several weeks, though, so
I hope she did her research on what she's allowed to show and what she's not allowed to show. I hope she at least did that.
it's not like I can just pick them off trees and eat them. But
See, it wouldn't surprise me none if you don't try.
nonetheless, here we are driving around and past many olive trees. And the olive trees are not just in farm areas, they are too, but they're also just in like urban areas. Like
We can tell because they're right along the side of the road. That's why you're commentating on it.
right outside of our apartment, pretty much as well. By the way, you might hear fan noise as I'm recording because it's pretty
Y'all get used to that. Because she's got to have it on her all the time.
hot here right now. So, but driving in more
And you chose to go there knowing exactly how hot it was. Is.
populated towns like Damascus can be kind of hectic, I will admit, especially as a foreigner. I didn't drive, luckily, and nor would I want to attempt to, but as you can see, the narrow roads in between buildings are quite bustling at times.
And you can actually look at the buildings.
There are people walking in the middle of the road, and you must beep your horn and they will just move out of the way.
And that's pretty typical. Yeah, babe, because you don't want to get ran over. So if somebody's beeping at you and coming at you, you don't go.
There are many small businesses and shops along either side of the street. These small shops, which are like convenience stores here in Syria, are called dukans. I know I'm probably not pronouncing that right,
I ain't even gonna try to pronounce it. No, I'm not even gonna try.
but I am, after all, just an English speaking Canadian woman. We stopped at one of these stores to get cold water, but because Syria has regular and prolonged power outages throughout the day, this shop owner and many others didn't have cold water or even
They conserve their energy, the water. They conserve everything that they possibly can because they've got to try their best to be able to serve the rest of the people. And that's what I'm saying is I don't understand exactly how this works because how do you have cold fresh food when you can't really use your refrigerator but for so many hours? Because they have blackouts.
any electricity at all. So, no problem, at least he had water, which was good enough for us. Here we saw some livestock on the side of the road, maybe for purchase or they belong to someone, I'm not sure. And here, kids and just people in general, but especially kids, love to drive in the back of these trucks
You can't do that anymore. They get you faster than ever if they see you hanging out the bed of the truck.
here with like the cage on the truck bed and they hang on to it. This was making me extremely nervous.
Well, they all needed to get somewhere, Foodie, and they can't all fit inside the cab. So it's not unnatural for this to happen there.
For the boy in yellow, especially. I was saying, get on the truck, get on the truck. And here we have a bunch of flags with a big building. And I was told I think it's a university. So, could be wrong about that, but that's what it was
You don't even double check your information when you're talking to people. That's something you don't do. You're like, I think it might be.
thought to be there on the right. So, I don't really have much else to say. You're going to see a lot of buildings that look kind of dilapidated in between.
Kinda. Kinda. You need to choose your words a lot better. You really do because not everybody would make the decision that you're making by going there.
Functioning buildings, but I'll just enjoy these clips here of Syria. It between the dilapidated buildings, there is a beautiful landscape, just like these mountains here, and so yeah, that's it. Here we go. Why did the chicken and her chick
Nah, no. Please tell me you stopped and did something. Did you stop and do absolutely anything to show actual scenery, so to show something that is really interesting, like Get closer to the buildings if you can. Something like that.
Let's cross the road. The soil here in Syria, in particular in the mountainous and valley
Turn the fan off or don't have air coming in, because you know what? We can't hear you. We can't understand anything you're saying.
regions, is red. It's also known as Mediterranean soil. And these are the only camels we've seen so far here in Syria.
When she was in Kuwait, she used to go out and pet the camels and feed the camels. She'd hang all over them so much that she got herself nasty and caught a couple of things and took them home.
We passed by this KFC knockoff called KFG. I don't know.
There you go. That's where she's going to be eating. She's already got a taste of it, and she's going to be back.
The G stands for, but apparently they have crispy chicken and other dishes, so stay tuned for that. Now this next series of clips is very sad, quite sad. It's the remains of a war-torn country.
And what's sad is there's still people there. You can look and see the vehicles and things like that. There's still people that want to be in their homes.
And from the Syrian civil war. So I've just compiled a bunch of buildings that have been bombed and are a lot.
That word does not scare her. It doesn't bother her. And that's what's scary all the way around.
A lot of them are in rubble, and these were once people's homes. So it's really, really sad. The ones...
You don't have empathy. You don't show sympathy. You don't show anything towards anybody else. That's just not you.
That are not so bombed are littered with bullet holes. It's just so surreal to be driving past and seeing this. And
you're going to be living among this. Think about that. This is going to be your life.
What was more surprising to learn is that there are people still living in these ruins in their...
Like I said, you could tell there's people around and there's cars and stuff around. So, people, you got to do what you got to do. But Foodie is choosing this.
Homes. And I would say probably because they don't have much choice, sadly. And my heart goes out to the people of Syria.
No, I don't. Don't believe her. Don't believe her whatsoever at all, because she's going to take advantage of everybody that she can.
And inshallah, it can soon start to rebuild from being such a war-torn country. And of course, there are revolutionary 3-star Syrian flags everywhere. And we even, on this day, had one.
I want to know, total hours, how much she had to travel to go from Canada to here. I want to know just all the hours, because Foodie is not patient. She is not one that will wait. She's not one that, can just go with the flow. That's not who she is.
Taped to the hood of our car. So on this particular day, we went and explored some valleys. I don't really know.
Oh, so we're out of the house. Or are we not even to the house yet? I don't know. They're clips.
Know or remember the name of this location. There's a little bit of water there. Now, that canyon, that valley used to be full of water, but there's been some droughts. So, unfortunately...
Some droughts. That's why you have to conserve everything. But you know what? Foodie don't.
That's all the water that there was. Now here's me trying to climb back up from going all the way down, and it was quite a workout. It wasn't too hot, actually. There was a nice breeze in the valley, but oh my goodness, this was a workout for me. As you can see, I'm trying.
She's always ordering Temu and things like that, and I am curious about how she's going to get all that to her. I have so many questions for her, just so many, and I'm just waiting, going, I don't know how this is going to work, because from what I know, from what I understand about this country, looking into it, she's well off. We'll just put it that way, just because of what she's brought. I'll just put it that way.
And waddle up the mountain, but
see, nobody come at me when I say waddle, because that's what she says. She waddles everywhere like a penguin.
I also got to get some different clothing, so maybe some lighter clothing. But yeah, here I am just taking my time.
Yeah, 'cause she had that back in Kuwait.
Um, in the valley. It was a very nice day. Excuse
You couldn't even talk your way through it. It was hard for you to breathe your way up it, and now it's hard for you to breathe talking about it.
me. Just taking a break here because it's a lot of exercise for somebody who's used to a sedentary lifestyle. But we've been going out and doing walks like this and just enjoying Syria.
See, I don't know if this is her and her husband or if this was the cab driver or who was, because she's not explaining very well.
Is various landscapes. And I'm going to end this vlog by showing you what we picked up for lunch to
Food! 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 She's always got to have food. You got to make sure you keep her where the food's at.
eat in the valley area. Some chickens that were really, really delicious, and we made shawarma with them. So, thanks for watching, and a lot more vlogs, inshallah, from Syria to come.
Okay, guys, so there we go. I wanted to just show you that so you got a glimpse of what she was arriving to, what she saw when she got there. And so I know this video is not for a lot of people, but, you know, sometimes I do things for individuals. But, all right, guys, I hope you have a good day, night, weekend, holiday, year, whenever you might be watching this. And remember to smile today or make somebody else smile, because it really can make a difference. Alrighty, guys, y'all still get down in the comments below. Let me know what you think. Just, you know, I know this one didn't show a good view of Foodie Beauty, which I will show you more of her. But like I said, somebody just wanted to see Syria, so I figured I'd show you her trip there and what she knew she was getting herself into. But alrighty, guys, I want to make sure that y'all have a good one for me and make sure you smile. Bye.